Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between Real Sociedad and FC Barcelona. And within this game, Barcelona has won 4-1 with 2 goals coming from Lewandowski, a goal coming from Ansu Fati, and a goal coming from Dembele. It was a very impressive performance. Yes, there were moments where Barcelona were really struggling, but especially in that second half, Barcelona really blossomed. They showed what they could do and what they could be in the future. So what we are going to be doing within today's videos, talk about the first half and then move on towards the second half and then give my overall impressions about this whole game. There's so much that we have to discuss within the first half. Just to give you guys like a quick little teaser, we are going to be heavily focusing on Frenkie de Jong's performance and him performing as a pivot within Barcelona. But before we go into any of this, of course, I want to bring our sponsor for today, and that is going to be the OneFootball app. If you guys want to find out where I do get my stats, my information from, how I build these videos, all of those articles, the information, the stats, team stats, player stats, all of that is going to be compact within the OneFootball app. It's a very reliable source, informative source. If you guys do want to download the OneFootball app, you can so by scanning the QR code that you do see here on the screen. And there's also going to be a link down below that'll take you straight to the App Store. Then you can download the OneFootball app, set exactly who and what you do want to follow, and then you'll be set and done from there. It's going to be very, very fun. I hope you guys do enjoy it. But now let's go back into the video and let's talk about the starting 11, because we saw a starting 11 that was very impressive on paper. We wanted to see exactly a midfield of Frenkie de Jong, Pedri, and Gavi. It was spectacular, but again, on paper. We saw Rafinha get his rest, Ferran Torres was starting on that left side, and most importantly, we saw Alejandro Balde get his start and bench Jordi Alba. Like, we saw exactly what has been reported a few days ago about how Xavi Hernandez does not really trust Alba as much as he used to and wants to use players like Balde because he believes that Balde is the player for the future. And so it was up to Balde at that point, around that time, for him to prove why he should be starting. And let me tell you, Balde has shown why he should be starting, because we go into the first half and the way that Barcelona did score did involve Lewandowski and Alejandro Balde. Let me tell you guys, within that first goal, Balde did take off. He took all of the space that he could that was right in front of him. He was very aggressive. He passes it towards Lewandowski. Lewandowski moves just inside the box and then taps the ball inside of the net. It was a very easy goal for Lewandowski, and that was all thanks to Alejandro Balde and his ridiculous run. His aggression, his ability to always advance, knowing when to advance, that was all top notch. So it was an amazing goal, and I want to see more of this player because he does seem very, very motivated to do very well down on that left side. But 5 minutes later, we did see Real Sociedad score their goal. And look, here's the thing, right? Like, I'm going to stop here just for a bit and focus on Frenkie de Jong, like what I did say earlier in this video. The whole idea on Frenkie de Jong playing as a pivot is something that many of us have been wanting to see. We're like, okay, we need to start seeing Frenkie in that position because we believe that he can be accustomed to that position. He has the IQ to play within that position. What we witnessed in this game is Frenkie de Jong playing a very low performance game, right? It was disturbing. We thought that Frenkie was going to do much better because many of us have projected that Frenkie could actually do very well in that position, but we did not see that. And so the main reason why I am telling you guys this, it is because that is one of the reasons on why Sociedad did score that goal on the 5th minute. That is because Frenkie de Jong was very unreliable as a pivot within this team. He lost the ball. He was trying to hold the ball, but he releases the ball slowly and he accidentally loses the ball, and then Isaac runs with the ball the moment he does gain possession, and then they scored. And many of us were like, okay, this was for sure Frenkie de Jong's fault because of his inability to make quick reacting passes. And you know what's so crazy about this whole thing is that when I examined Frenkie's movement and his body language, what he was trying to do within that moment before he lost the ball and gave the ball towards Sociedad, I was like, is he trying to replicate what Busquets does? Because the movement, right, the body language, all of that really did remind me of Busquets. And I'm like, why does Frenkie de Jong want to be like someone else? Because if the moment any player wants to be like someone else and try to replicate some certain player, you're going to fail. You need to be yourself. You want to be that player that says, okay, I'm going to take this on my own. I know that this is probably not going to be the best solution, but this is my game. Frenkie de Jong was trying to play Busquets' game. Like, if we saw the Frenkie de Jong that we all know and love, right, the confident Frenkie de Jong, he probably would have gotten the ball and dribbled around those two players that took the ball away from that player. He would have easily dribbled that ball around. Why? That is because he has the technique. He does have the talent to do so. But Frenkie de Jong did look a little disconfident. He was like, okay, I'm gonna just do what Busquets Busquets does, which is to turn over quickly, release the ball, and we move on from there. But he failed. And you know what's so crazy is that even if he was looking for options, he was really slow at doing that. Like, he was not quick at all. Busquets would have easily placed one of those passes easily towards Christensen, but Frankie was actually, unfortunately, way slower than Busquets. And what's crazy is that he did have a total of 3 options to pass it to, but he failed in all of them. And so it's very disappointing to see Frankie perform like this. Like, yes, later down this game, he was playing okay, he was playing solid, but in the beginning of these first 25 minutes, where it is very vital, you need to be playing very, very well, and Frankie did not do that. We were almost on the path of losing within the first half. So again, it's disappointing because we did not expect this, especially when we know that Frankie de Jong knows that he is in negotiations with other clubs, like potentially going to Chelsea or Manchester United. He knows that Barcelona are looking for that exit, and it just makes no sense for Frankie to be like this in terms of the body language, the energy, the motivation. Like, the recoveries were not that good. Every time he tried to run up the pitch with the ball, he left so much space that Sociedad could have easily taken advantage of. The interceptions were also not that great, so I was very disappointed, and I hope that he continues to get better, because we do need him to get better, because every time we do see Frankie at 100%, Barcelona is also 100%. So again, going back to the unity of this team within the first half, Barcelona as a collective, we saw them lose the ball many times, and every time they lost the ball, they failed to organize. I have no idea why Barcelona do seem very lost in terms of how to position themselves every time they do lose the ball in the middle of the pitch, because we looked very chaotic, unstructured. There was no unity, and I was expecting much more unity coming from Xavi's Barcelona, and again within the first half. So Sociedad, because of the way that they saw Barcelona perform as a collective, they saw the possibilities to make those runs on the right side and in the middle of the pitch. But there were 3 players that kept Barcelona alive. It was Pedri, Balde, and Ter Stegen. Pedri, that is because everything ran through him. He was the main creator. Everything was built around this player. Every time Barcelona wanted to go up, Pedri was the one to take advantage of that, and he did it very well. Alejandro Balde, his 1v1s are amazing. His ability to track back was also amazing. His aggression moving forward is so much better than Jordi Alba's. And when it does come to Ter Stegen was also amazing, making a total of, I believe, 3 key saves or 4 key saves throughout the whole course of the 90 minutes. And so because of him, that is what kept Barcelona afloat. He is the reason on why Sociedad did not see the 2-1 in the first half within the first 45 minutes. But we go into the second half, and this is where things completely changed, because now we're going to get away from the overall negative aspect of Barcelona's game and go into the second half and talk about the positives, because there were only positives in the second half. In the second half, we saw the exact same starting 11, but there were 2 subs that Xavi Hernandez did make. It was Ansu Fati and Rafinha. This is what really made Barcelona as a collective become alive. And one of the things that I really did like about what Xavi did was he basically ordered these players to be in front of their man. Every time Sociedad were trying to build from the back, or they were trying to pass it back to the defensive line and then move forward again, Barcelona were always there in front of their man, ready to gain the ball and move forward. This is something that we did not see in the first half. So the energy and the execution was phenomenal. And the moment Ansu and Rafinha did come in, we saw the goals just start pouring in. On the 66th minute, we saw Ansu Fati make a back heel pass. Dembele receives the ball and he shoots the ball on the bottom right corner of the goal. The rhythm, the flow of this whole play was amazing. We go 3 minutes later, on the 69th minute, we saw Pedri make a ridiculous and phenomenal through pass to Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati does a one-touch pass to Lewandowski, and Lewandowski scores his second goal. And again, just looking at how much Ansu Fati has been involved, Dembele has been involved, Lewandowski, Pedri, all of these players, this is pure talent, my friends. This is pure technique. The only players that were able to score goals like this, like in the world of football, it is the top talents. Like, we look at what did happen earlier in today's football. We saw Kevin De Bruyne make an amazing pass to Bernardo Silva. We saw Messi make a phenomenal pass to Kylian Mbappe. Barcelona on their end had their own version, and that was Ansu Fati making that ridiculous pass to Dembele, Pedri making that amazing through ball to Ansu Fati that led towards Ansu Fati making that one-touch pass to Lewandowski. This was Barcelona's version. They were able to respond to the world of football too, and it was amazing. This whole thing about having Pedri and Ansu Fati together, which is something that we did not see a lot in the previous season. When you add these 2 players into this team, you increase the chances of scoring so many goals, and especially when you have Lewandowski always being there as that extra cover. And the moment we saw Barcelona dominating, and especially through Pedri, Ansu, Lewandowski, Sociedad did back off, and they're like, okay, like, I don't know what's going on here. This is their game clearly, and they became very disorganized. They became very unconfident. We go into the 79th minute, and we saw Ansu Fati get his goal, and he received a ball very similar to how Ansu Fati made that pass towards Dembele. Lewandowski made a back heel pass that led towards Ansu Fati receiving the ball, and he scores the goal. It was, again, another amazing goal that you just cannot see anywhere else. Like, Lewandowski's back heel was world world class. And the fact that he was able to do this at the age of 34, 35 years old on his birthday, by the way, it is amazing. He is so acrobatic. It really does remind me of Ibrahimovic, but only better. Lewandowski is here to perform and score goals, bring assists, succeed with FC Barcelona. And going back to Ansu Fati, like within a span of 10 to 12 minutes, he scored 1 goal and provided 2 assists. Lewandowski scored 2 goals. So I don't know about you guys, but I do see something being built here, and especially between this trident that we have, Pedri, Lewandowski, and Ansu. This is also the reason why I did continue to say throughout these past 6 months, while everyone was like, Ansu Fati is finished, he's never going to go back to his old form, we need to sign Rafinha, Dembele, these 2 wingers are better than Ansu Fati. How are you going to say that? Like, Ansu Fati deserves a spot on that left side, and Ansu Fati is only 80% fit, and the fact that he has the exact same type of goal instinct like Lewandowski, can you imagine what Ansu Fati is going to be like when he is 100%, when he is 23, 24, 25 years old? It's just something that you cannot miss out. And just to give you guys more proof on the effectiveness that this trident did have in the last 25 minutes of this game within the second half, you look at the graph right here, you can see that Barcelona is at the bottom, which they are the blue, Sociedad is the green. And for those of you guys who do not know what this means, the higher the bars are, the more effective Barcelona was attacking wise. And you look at that little margin right there, that is when Lewandowski and Pedri and Ansu Fati were really going at it, and it just shows you that within a span of 10 to 12 minutes they were able to get the job done. So overall, this is going to be my take. We had a very bad first approach. Xavi Hernandez did rearrange what he had to do within the second half, because this was a chess game and he did the correct moves. He found a solution and we won in the end, and we scored a total of 4 goals. It's not about how you begin, it's about how you finish. And now we just have to build on top of this and continue to get better from minute 1 to minute 90. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.